Good morning to your Appalachian Wireless game of the week. Number 9 Pikeville at number 10 Paintsville, a rematch of last season's second round matchup in the Class A state playoffs. Of course, Paintsville getting the better of Pikeville in that game. Last night, Cash Daniel and number 10 Paintsville welcoming in number 9 Pikeville. Here we go. Tigers strike first in the first. Daniel to Darren Morris. That was easy. Short 3-yard touchdown pass. Paintsville goes up 7-0. Ensuing drive. Short field. The Panthers give it to Derek Pugh. Of course they do. Pugh. We're tied at 7. First play of the fourth quarter. Another give to Pugh and another touchdown. 2-point conversion makes it 15-7 Pikeville. Pike top play contender here. Less than 2 minutes to go. Paintsville's Cash Daniel going to the air. Roger that. James Allen, who makes the outstanding catch. 22 yards on the hook out for the touchdown. We go to overtime and in OT. Pugh, can I have another one? 3 touchdowns on the night. Pikeville goes up 22-15. Paintsville's turn. Who else but Daniel from 4 yards across, pulling the Tigers within 1. And, of course, they're going for 2. They're not kicking the extra point, and it's Daniel. Watch and love this. I am getting into the end zone. Goodness. 1, 2, 3 efforts. He's in there. Paintsville wins a thriller over Pikeville in the WYMT game of the week. 23-22 the final. Here's an emotional Cash Daniel after the game.
I knew from the play go when Coach Kenner called it, ran 3 plays in a row. I had comments to my 5 guys up front. They're the biggest, they're the meanest, and they're the nastiest offensive linemen up and down this region. I guarantee you that.
What did it mean just now to talk to your dad after this victory?
You know, me and him have been through so much, and you know, he's pushed me hard to get to this moment all my life, you know, to never give up. And, you know, it's our mentality. You know, we not me. We don't stop punching. Coach Jericho told us before the game, it's going to be a fist fight. It's all about who keeps punching. And we kept punching tonight.
Whoa. That was exciting. Okay. Harlan County head coach Eddie Creech earned the first victory of his career last week, beating Clay County in the ARH Bowl. And with that win, he's just 389 wins behind last night's counterpart, Belfry's Philip Haywood. I'm not sure how to top what Cash Daniel just did there, but Eddie Creech taking on the second-ranked Belfry Pirates for the first time as the head coach of the Black Bears. First possession for Belfry, freshman quarterback Kevin Browning getting the start, hands it off to Andrew Letcher, 34 yards. The Pirates go up 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. And then some more points would be scored. Browning to Derek Wellman. Oh, look at the muscles. They're pulling everything. Not going to go down. 15-0 Belfry on top. Pike top play contender here. Pirates having their way on the offense. Still first quarter. Browning to Cameron Catron. Oh, the 50-yard touchdown pass. Little pitch and catch. Yeah, that's Belfry you're watching. The game was in a 1-hour lightning delay, but Belfry cruises 43-0 over the Black Bears. Scotty McCoy and Magoffin County down in Robinson Creek last night, taking on the Shelby Valley Wildcats. Wildcats coming off a win, trying to look for 2 in a row. First quarter, no score. Casey Tackett. Oh, nice juke move. Big gain for a first down. Let's go 2 plays later. Jordan Hampton on the right side. Takes it about from 20 yards out. Valley on top 7-0, and Shelby Valley with no problem. 42-7 the final. 2 wins in a row for head coach Eric Ratliff. All right, Allen Central welcoming in the Morgan County Cougars to Eastern. Opening drive for Morgan. The pitch is fumbled, but Chase Cottle jumps on it for the Rebels. Allen Central takes over deep in Cougars territory. He got a little dusty there, too. Central is able to capitalize. Jesse Brown, the sweep. Oh, everybody just messling in. 16 yards out. Allen Central up 6-0. Morgan County would then turn it on. Hunter Collins, the pitch and the go. Cougars now on top 14-6. And Morgan County beats Allen Central on the road. Final score 34-6. Wayne Mills, number 7 Bell County, coming off a 41-7 loss to Boyle last week. They were at Pike Central last night. Second quarter, Bell up 26-13. Seth Kahn. Oh, Kahn. Kahn can do it. 23 yards on the game. 2 plays later, Kahn. All kinds of time. Goes to his main target, Hunter Clark, but no, Trayton Humphrey deflects it. Incomplete pass, or was it, Coach Thacker?
He pulled his arm down before he ever went to raise his hand. Yes, he did. Oh, I know he touched him. That was called taking it.
Oh, never mind. Coach Thacker always fired up for his team. Bell gets the ball back. Peyton Collett rolls out, finds Raynock Thompson. Big gain. Time is ticking, though, before halftime. 40 seconds to go. Bell County running that hurry-up offense. Collett this time. Oh, he's picked off. Bryce Elkins, the sophomore, running down the sidelines. Good stuff there, but however, the score stays 26-13 at the half. First play in the second half, Kahn gobbled up by Jacob Sutton of Bell County. 4 plays later, Kahn gets it to Stone Harris. Fake handoff, and then this is a little wobbly, but Harris the catch. Almost breaks loose in the tackle. That's a 35-yard hook out. Next play, Kahn. All right, you picked it off earlier. I'm going to give you a nice little ball here, Elkins. Touchdown, Pike Central. However, got there late, didn't get any Bell County touchdowns, but as you see, the Bobcats just crush the Hawks 60-38. BETSY LAYNE hosting the Sheldon Clark Cardinals over in Floyd County last night. Pike top play contender in the first. Sheldon Clark taking it 10-20, and it'll be Brandon Butcher scoring the first touchdown. Cardinals up 7. BETSY LAYNE has an answer, though. Morgan Tackett. Oh, nice little pass over the middle. Sheldon Clark, though, gets the big win at BETSY LAYNE, 61-6, the final score. Battle of the City Schools, homecoming night for Middlesboro. Looking all pretty, but Pineville trying to spoil that. Second play from scrimmage, quarterback Chase Elliott goes right side. He goes 32 yards to the house. 7-0. Pineville, though, on their first possession, marches down the field. It's Tuck Woolham on a 3rd and goal. They missed the extra point, so they trail 7-6, Burrow on top. Next drive for Middlesboro this time. They stall on downs, but Caleb Heck knocks in a 30-yard field goal, extends the lead 10-6 Jackets. Still first half. 4th and goal now. Tuck Woolham over the top. Pineville takes its first lead of the night, 13-10. We take you to the second half. Isaiah Williams around the left side. Simple handoff play, but he takes it the distance. 27-24, Pineville still hanging on. Late in the game, Tuck Woolham again. Oh, insert spaghetti emoji here. He is eaten. Scores again, another touchdown for Woolham, and with that, Pineville tucks away the victory and wins it 40-31. First win over Middlesboro since 1989. All right, we go to Lex Cath. Johnson Central at Lexington Catholic last night. Johnson Central pounding Catholic early. Bryce Skaggs getting the first down on the Belly Series. More from the Golden Eagles. Connor Ratliff. I am getting into the end zone. Thank you very much. Okay, then we have a lightning delay, close to an hour. Play resumes, and it's 14-0 Johnson Central, but Lex Cath comes back when Legend Brombeau scrambles, waiting for his man. That's his man. That guy right there. Andy Thompson cuts it back, gives touchdown for the Knights, but Johnson Central gets the solid road win over Lex Cath, 42-28. Johnson Central, of course, still the number 3 team in the mountains. Hazard High School principal Happy Mabellini orchestrating the pregame pump-up, preparing his Bulldogs to take on the Cougars of Letcher Central. Oh, you got to love Happy. He's always happy. 0-0, middle of the first. That was from the 50. Hazard quarterback Cole Ratliff connects to Zach Blanton. Same drive, Cade Fletcher sneaks it on in. 3-yard touchdown. Hazard goes up. Letcher answers, though, with just over 5 minutes in the first quarter. Deep pass by Isaiah Bentley. Woohoo! What a catch by Tanner Lucas. Goodness. Oh, but Hazard, the Bulldogs have a big second half to beat the Cougars at home, 23-20. Hope you join us on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Saturday night. Tonight, of course, Kentucky kicking its season off with Louisiana Lafayette. The Raging Cajuns will have highlights and a lot more on the Appalachian Wireless Sports Overtime Saturday night. That's a look at sports this morning. Enjoy your morning.